fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So they get the completion. That's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there. But sometimes when they get hit early, it gets the juices flowing, and they get right into the game.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 26 yards. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call.
Receiving team.
That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 45 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Operating from the red zone now. Allen throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brooks. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again.
And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it. But nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in. And we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play. But nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And able to find Dorsett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Taron Johnson brought him down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Buffalo.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
He's across.
John Simon in on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. 49 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Tyler Bass.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. Now we've got a tie game. He has the 2 touchdown catches that we take a peek at. Does he have a third in his repertoire to break this tie?
It's hard to say that he doesn't based on what we've seen so far. I remember when I was coaching, Brandon, I went and saw a guy at a clinic, and all he talked about was, I want players that make plays that count. That's exactly what we're seeing from him here.
Yeah, he's made 2 that count. Try to make it 3. A run by Mack to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
That's a gain of 3.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
On third down, Hines. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brooks. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, Singletary. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's brought down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They run with a rookie from Utah. This is Zach Moss. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He's tackled.
3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. That's Robert Foster complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
And the Bills first down.
Allen now on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Joe Hayden.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Allen's throw is complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now he's able to find Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And again, it's Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Brissett. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Trey Burton there to make the grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Brooks. All the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we now proceed to the start of the second half.
28, Colts 21.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And as we look at the tape, he's getting close to 200 yards. Think he can smell it?
He can not only smell it, he can probably count it. And he's looking to get there and beyond it. But right now, what we're seeing, a lot of junk defenses like in basketball when you're trying to stop a leading scorer and they just have no answers for him right now. Whatever they're throwing out there, he's going right through it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more. Some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen. We're going to get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaking up on the play. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Brissett. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
from the shotgun. It's Brissett. Left side, it's Dorsett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
He's got Burton here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Trey Burton, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit. It allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
First down.
His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Joe Hayden on the coverage.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brooks. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
9 yards.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Brought down by Nate Gary. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing on first down is Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bills have broken the tie. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And right down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Pittman. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front, 3 tight ends. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's back, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
At the 38-yard line.
Brissett on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Brissett to throw on first. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards away. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Bills 35.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And now back out comes the offense. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 81 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Pass on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Brissett. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Brissett. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Brissett again. He's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. A.J. Epinesa drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. But
2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. To throw, it's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Brooks. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. His kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
25-yard line.
So the Colts now down by 2 touchdowns, and time a huge factor. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Colts.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 59 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Set to kick off.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it.
Onside kick recovered by Bills.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.